I apologize for what I have said, not in today's story. In today's class, we have a story. We have a story, and I'm going to tell you that story. Okay, and the story is Going Places by A.R. Barton. And in today's class, it is introduction. I'm just introducing the story. If I start the story, I need to tell you why knowing the story is very important. The reason why the story is very important to know is that it the story represents characters. In this world, most of the people, most of the characters, most of the lives represent a life of imagination, dreams. We spend half, I must not say half, more than half our life in imagination. If you live inside imagination, it is not because you want to live inside imagination. You imagine doing something. Sometimes you find it very difficult to do things that make us feel as if we are fish without water. If you take out a fish out of water and keep it on the ground, what do you see? You will see the fish will die. The fish that you have kept on the ground will die because it is not possible for the fish that generally is used to the life in water to survive on the ground. Isn't it? That is their world. Water is the world in which they can find living possible. Whereas we, in the same way, cannot live in water because we can live only on the ground. Understood? There is the difference. That is marine life and this is life on earth. Is that clear? The story teaches us that the number of people who live inside or those who live half their existence are many number. The number of people living inside dreams is more than the number of people living in the world of reality. In the story, Going Places, there are as many as 5 characters. The character of a mother, then Sophie, then Sophie's friend Jancy, Sophie's elder brother Jeff, and their father. Family consists of all these members. Alright? But Jancy is from outside the family. Jancy is who Sophie goes to school with. Is that clear? Now, my question is, there is another very important character. And who is that character? That character is Danny Casey, a famous footballer. Now the World Cup is going on and you all are killing your time. Maybe you are burning midnight while watching football matches between the most famous teams all over the world. So it is very nice to read or tell you this story. Really, I feel very happy when I'm telling you this story. So Danny Casey is a famous footballer who not only Sophie admired, it is her father who admires that man. Sometimes his father, it means Jeff's father or Sophie's father, spends his time watching matches that Danny Casey played. This is his world. Generally, if you look at the families around you, if you, as you are a part of a society, what you see generally is there are many families with the headman in most of them. And who is that headman? Headmen are generally fathers. How do they live their life? To them, their family is everything. Their life, their life revolves, understood, around their family. And these people who keep their family, you know, uh, happy, do so many things. They not only work very hard, they are responsible persons and they earn money. They are practical. They live in the world of reality. Then Sophie has got a brother. His name is Jeff. Jeff is also a practical person. To him, life is full of responsibility. He goes to work, he works as a mechanic, apprentice, apprentice mechanic. To him, life is full of responsibility. He knows it very well. The society that he lives in is divided. The society that we live in is classified into two groups. What are these groups? One class of people living in the society is rich and the other is poor. And the poor who live in the society are many in number. A few people who are rich, like Danny Casey in the story, understood they don't live in the world of imagination. Because sometimes they do it out of having nothing to do in their life. Because their life is full of happiness. And the children of the well-to-do families or the rich families may live in the world of imagination. Clear to them, their life may be full of fantasies. Whereas a girl like Sophie lives in the world of imagination only because of the fact that he admires a great footballer like Danny Casey. Danny Casey is a great footballer. So, as he is fully aware of the fact that she belongs to a poverty-stricken family, she belongs to a poor family. Generally, what the children do in European countries are they generally after school they some extra money, which you can use as pocket money, which they also use to what is it? To work. Okay, fine. I just want you to at least understand the reality. If he has something to say, you should have told me. You should have asked him. What is that exactly he was trying to say?
I don't know.
But whether he said there was something written?
No.
Is it going on?
Yes.
Is there any problem?
No.
So, like I have told you, the
He's
character Sophie cannot imagine his life as a poor girl. So, she starts living inside a world of imagination. While living in a world of imagination, she met footballer Danny Casey 2 times. She imagined meeting Danny Casey. When you do something repeatedly, if you do something in the world of living in the world of imagination, clear, then you begin to believe that your world of imagination turns into your world of reality. That is exactly what happened with Sophie. Sophie, when she told her family that she happened to meet delicacy near the canal and in a boutique, her family were not willing to believe her. It was her brother Jeff who actually did not believe, because Jeff is a practical person. He doesn't live, he like Sophie doesn't live in the world of imagination. That's why he didn't believe. She made her father accept it, but her father was not willing to do that because her father was also a practical person. If you look at her friend Jancy was not also willing to accept what Sophie said. According to Jancy, life is full of reality. They live in the world of reality, not in the world of imagination. So, the question of Sophie meeting the great footballer Danny Casey is never acceptable to her, is not a true thing that really happened in the world of reality. She understood that this girl might have met him. She accepted, but she met him in imagination, not in the world of reality. She imagined meeting Danny Casey. She believed it. And she knows fully well that her friend Sophie is a dreamer. Those who are dreamers, we actually sometimes turn into dreamers because it is the truth of life. Sometimes, as human mind is full of desires, and when we find our desires very difficult to fulfill, when we see fulfilling our desires difficult to fulfill, when we find it difficult to fulfill all the desires of life, there begins our world of imagination. We, with the help of imagination, reach them. What we cannot do in the world of reality, we can do that in the world of imagination. So we make a world of imagination, we make a world of imagination, a world of our own. We make our imaginary or world of our own, in which we find doing anything possible which we cannot, which we find difficult to do in the world of reality, we can do them in the world of imagination. So, maximum number of people, most of the people live in two worlds. World in which they live, that is the world of reality, and the world in which they actually, live just to see their unfulfilled desires, unfulfilled expectations fulfilled. What I cannot do in the world of reality, I can do it in the world of imagination. Why? Because what I can do in the world of imagination can't be done in the world of reality. Is that clear? It is very easy to imagine doing something, but it is very difficult to do something in reality. Understood? Imagining doing something is very easy, but doing something in reality is really difficult. So, most of the people live in two worlds. One is the world of reality, another is the world of imagination. But if you live in the hope of making your dreams come true, you cannot achieve your goal. Why? It is because work, imagination without action cannot help you reach your goal. This is why our life, it is very good to imagine doing something in the world of imagination, but don't mingle your world of imagination with your world of reality. Sometimes we imagine doing something because it doesn't cost us to imagine. We don't have to pay. Imagination is free. You can live in the heaven rent free. Living in the heaven is not possible for you if you live in the world of imagination. Because living in the castle, in the world of imagination, living rent free in the world of imagination is very easy. But living in a paradise in the world of reality is not possible because you need money. You need hard work. Success without hard work in the world of reality is impossible. But success in the world of imagination without hard work is possible. That's why we in the world, when we are in, as long as we are in the world of imagination, we find it easy to even build castle, Taj Mahal like castle, in which we can feel like a king. This is why half our life, more than half our life, spent in the world of imagination. Come out of the world of imagination because the life that you lead is reality. It's a reality that you live. It's not imagination that you live. So it's better to set your imagination aside if you want success in life. This is the story teaches us that we should not live in the world of imagination because the life that we live is full of reality. If you live in the world of reality, you can live happy life. So success in the world of reality is impossible without hard work. The students, I love CBSE and its syllabus because CBSE has designed syllabus that will benefit the students to form an opinion, to form ideas, to form a character that is based on the reality of life. The stories in the syllabus teaches or strengthen the foundation of your life as a student. The values, the stories in the syllabus teach you will help the foundation of your life. This is why I always feel like thanking CBSE for the finest stories, for the finest poems, for the finest plays that they have kept just to let the students of class 12, 11 benefit from. They want the students to build good characters, to be the best citizen of the country. So, her friend Jancy doesn't live in the world of our imagination. I hope you have got complete idea about all the characters in the story. And you know, Danicus is a symbol of prosperity, rich, prosperous life, symbol of the rich in the society, symbol of the prosperity. You know, what is a glamorous life? Clear. So the story teaches us that you think of who you are, do everything like others are doing in the world of reality. Don't dwell. If you are dwelling, stop dwelling in the world of imagination. Life is full of reality. If you spend half your life in imagination, you are doing harm to your existence. Those who dwell in the world of imagination, they cannot strengthen the ground under their feet strong. And these people cannot, if you are living, if you are a dreamer, if you are living in the world of imagination, what happens to you? Do you know? The ground under your feet becomes fall. You fall because the ground under your feet is not strong. It sleeps. So the story teaches us that don't live in the world of imagination, otherwise sleep and you will fall. Like Humpty Dumpty. You get it? So save yourself. Life is full of prosperity. Life is full of action. Do your the end of this story. If you, but I have to say something about Sophie's mother. She's good mother. She's hardworking. She works for the family. She works for the welfare of the family. And she actually does, she doesn't get paid for her work, and she's a good mother, and she is behind the prosperity in their family, but they are not prosperous, poor, but she is behind the happiness of the family life. With this, I come to the end of this story. If you think that story that I have told you will benefit you, and if you think that you benefited from the story I have told you, please give me at least one like. Bye. How was it? How many people? 152 লাইক